spill the tea number 2. Now, for our number 2, ito yung, last time we talked about the juvenile justice law because of the Tacloban shooting.
Yes,
Yeah?
we discussed that.
Right now, nagkaroon na nga ng inquiry, legislative inquiry led by the Committee of Risa Hontiveros. At dito, actually, there were tips to Senator Risa about possible grooming or involvement ng mga groups from outside the Philippines.
Right.
So, dito nakinig naman siya and she tried to like weigh in itong mga pumapasok na mga intel sa kanya galing from netizens, messages sa kanyang Facebook, tag sa Facebook niya. And dito na nga lumabas na yung Tacloban shooting, it's not an incident na parang pinag-isipan lang ng mga bata.
No.
It's more than that. It's beyond.
It's not just bullying.
It's not just
I don't
bullying.
think, baka wala pang bullying dun eh.
So may isa pala, may group of people controlling itong dalawa, lalo na yung 14-year-old.
Yeah. So they look for targets who may be emotionally isolated or neurodivergent, yung differently abled kids natin. Like even perhaps children on the autism spectrum disorder who are not able to decipher some things like others do, and also other vulnerable minors. So, where do they do this? Saan nila hinahanap yung mga batang to?
So, dito na nga papasok yung gaming platforms.
Yun.
The gaming apps like Roblox.
Minecraft. Meron pa yung isa yung linalaro ng mga anak ko. Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite.
Yun.
So,
it's not the game itself.
yes, hindi sa sinasabi nating game, it's just that it's being used.
Doon nila hinahanap. Kasi andun nga naman yung mga bata.
Oo, kasi it's not about, there's violence in the app or in the game. Tapos sasabihin nyo, even naman nun may Counter-Strike naman kami nun.
Hindi naman killer
kasi,
yung mga anak ko.
But kasi right now, right now kasi, nag-evolve ang mga gamings, no? You can now communicate ng mas malala right now. You speak with each other while you play.
Yes.
You can observe people as they play.
Yes. And then, from the chatting there, then they move on. If they find the target, then they move on. So these groomers, hahanap sila ng target, tapos i-move nila now to a different platform. Let's say, Telegram. Ang Telegram po ay parang Viber, parang Messenger, ganun siya. And, or maybe Discord. Diyan sa Discord, dun sila. So dun sila pupunta, dun na sila mag-uusap.
Correct. And that's dangerous. Imagine your child, no? Imagine kayo rin ng mga kabataan. Biglang mayroong random na kumausap sa inyo, tapos ang mga usapan nyo na something about what they have observed about you, yung value system mo na nakikita nila, or yung behavior mo, tapos biglang pupunta kayo sa Telegram. Hindi ba yung dangerous? Tapos iba ng pag-uusapan nyo doon?
So parang ito yung nangyari dun sa Tacloban eh. Ano ba yung scrubbing?
Yun nga, yung sa may scrubbing is that, yun nga, may conversations kasi.
Ito yung si Nash tsaka
And
Rod.
Rod. So
15 and
ngayon, meron na pala silang inuutos, di ba?
sa kanila.
Yes, ang dami na nalang sinabi. Sila rin yung nag-raise yung about, inaral nila ang justice here in the Philippines. Sila yung naglabas ng idea sa mga bata.
Yung groomer.
Yes, yung groomer. So talagang grinom itong bata. And after the incident happened, pinapadelete lahat.
Yung si Sedik Ryazanov.
Yes.
Yun yung pangalan ng groomer.
And yung pagpapadelete, kasama pa talaga sila. They make sure na parang, na-edit ko na yung na-edit na kita boy sa TikTok. Make sure na delete mo ang Discord, Reddit, Telegram para walang evidence na mahanap. You see?
So, isa pa doon, yung t-shirt nung bata. Yung KMFDM. Ano ba yun? It's a band.
It's not about the rock band, ha?
It's a band, pero hindi dahil yung band ang ina-idolize. It's dahil that t-shirt is closely related to the Columbine shooting.
In 1999.
Yes. This is also a school shooting na grabe ang nangyari. So, yun yung suot.
Yes.
So, ngayon, naging ano na siya, parang tatak ng mga ganyang klaseng violent
At hindi lang
extreme
yan mga
violent actions.
hindi lang yan yung mga inisip lang or
Oo.
alam mo yung mga kuro-kuro.
Oo.
There's patterns.
Oo. And ito nga, ginagamit nung group na ang tawag ay
764. And bakit yung 764?
What exactly is 764? So it's a sprawling, meaning wide ang reach, na decentralized siya, meaning marami ang nagpapatakbo nito. It's operating on an online ecosystem known as the COM. And it was originally founded in 2021 in Stephenville, Texas by a boy, 15-year-old boy named Bradley Cadenhead. He named the group 764 because of the zip code of where he lives, which is 76401. So,
Ano yung catch dyan?
ano yung catch doon?
Yung founder actually is currently serving an 80-year prison sentence.
He's serving an 80-year prison sentence in relation to having put up the 764, which propagates nihilistic violent extremism. So, yung mga pinag-uusapan nilang hurting others, hate, doon online, ginagawa nila in the real world. And yun yung nakakatakot. Yun yung nakakatakot. Imagine after nung Tacloban shooting, parang sunod-sunod na.
Yun nga yung yun yung nakakasad. Kaya sa mga nanonood, no, let's take this seriously, itong inquiry na ito at yung lumabas na ito. Kasi if other countries are already considering them as a terrorist group, no? Itong 764. So sa atin, kailangan nating mag-isip.
Oo.
Kailangan nating magbasa at alamin ano yung mga nangyayari.
Saka yung nakakatakot dito yung 764, hindi siya, it doesn't run on politics, it doesn't run on religion, but you know what ideology it espouses? It's sadism.
Yun na nga.
It's getting pleasure from hurting others. Is that good? Never will that be good. Never. And then ang nagpo-push pa dito is for clout. Like, parang
Ayun,
the more
paano lang sila?
extreme violent things you do in the real world, tumataas
Yung
ang
rank nila.
rank nila.
So mayroon silang sariling game.
So, yeah, and for parents, be there. Be there for the kids.
Always
You have
check
to be
their
there.
phones.
Oo.
Always check how they play.
And understand din siguro the apps that they're using. One way for us to address this is get to know what's Telegram, what's Discord, what's Reddit. 'Di ba?